the bar was like, we need to take the work. I was like, yeah, I was like, God damn, are we really all that fat? All of us?
As promised, here is my recap of my performance at the 2024 San Diego Highland Games in Vista, California. I didn't get all of the throws. I didn't record all of the throws. When I'm in competition mode, a lot of times I can't focus or switch my focus back and forth from being ready to get in the trig to filming to turning the camera off. Sometimes I get in my own head a little bit and I decide not to film for a few throws in a row until I can get kind of back to that space I need to be in. So this won't be every throw by any means, but there'll be some of the throws I can provide some decent commentary on. At this games, you can see a lot of them in the shot there. We had Brian Staggs, Eddie Brown, Matt Hand, Kyle Lilly, Jeremiah John Bartholomew for the pro men. John O'Neill, Mike Baltrin joined us as elite masters. They threw with our group. And then some elite/pro women. Alicia Donner, world record lightweight female stone thrower. And Olivia Toole, southwestern native, Arizona, I believe. Or New Mexico, Arizona. I don't know. Anyway, elite women thrower. And they joined us in our group, making it for a pretty damn fun group. We started out with hammers in the morning because the field wasn't very big. In fact, the fence in some spaces was only about 130 feet away. And Nick Aston was in our group throwing with us. I don't know if I mentioned that in the lineup. Nick Aston was throwing with us, and that sucker can throw the shit out of a hammer. And he actually hit the fence one time with the light hammer. Threw it 135, 136, somewhere in that neighborhood. So for safety reasons, we started an hour before everybody, and we started with the hammer. My first throw that you just saw, decent heavy hammer throw, and that's about the only decent throw I feel like I had. We started with light hammer, not heavy hammer. Decent light hammer throw, nothing crazy, 112 feet. I think I pushed out to 114 or 15 on the day, so it was like a mediocre throw. That was kind of my theme of the day, was very mediocre. It definitely felt like a season opener for me. Pretty rusty, pretty out of game shape, trying to go all the events, and then it did get pretty warm on the day. Got up to about 90 degrees. Looks like I left a little bonus footage of Nick Aston throwing the shit out of a hammer. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to tell you what the marks on these throws were. I don't know that Nick threw it less than 130 feet on the light hammer. He threw them all daggone far. That's what he did. Just a great hammer thrower. He gets long, stays long. He's able to open up his hips at the end and really get some of those powerful legs into the throw as well. So I definitely get some cues from him when I'm watching videos, and he posts a lot of content on his Instagram stories of his hammer throws. So there you go. His throw was 134 feet, 6 inches or whatever. So very, very good light hammer throw. Not his best of the day, but still he was consistently out there in that 135 plus neighborhood, and he threw it really well. This was my best light hammer throw. It was 115 feet and some inches. Did some good things on the throw. One of the good things that I didn't do was get my feet set any faster. That just takes the momentum right out of you. But I did do some good things on this throw. I was able to get over on that right side to start and keep the hammer on the right side. And then I was able to stay fairly long, but I didn't finish real well. I didn't finish by pushing across, as you'll see here on my final wind in just a minute right here. I didn't push across very well. Ended up pushing myself off. Finished on 1 foot. I couldn't get, as I pushed across, onto that left leg anymore. I think if I would have done that, I could have got myself 5 plus feet out of that throw. But hey, I'll take it. 115 and a half feet on a season opener. Decent little throw for me. And then we moved on to the heavy hammer. I think this was a 95 footer, roughly. Nothing to write home about. Nice to be near 100 feet, but I expected to be over 100 feet on, really, honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, I expected to be over 100 feet on all my throws. But I just couldn't find the speed, and I couldn't get the push on it that I wanted to get. Already sweating like a dog, so I'm sure that affected me like crazy. Coming out of Alaska, it's tough to sometimes deal with the heat. So obviously, right into Braemar Stone after the hammers. That's what you do. It got a pretty decent on this throw in particular. Got a pretty decent push on it. Was able to push through the toe and really get some forward progress on that. Got 37.5 inch, I believe, was the throw. I felt that was my best throw of the day, I think, on the Braemar Stone. But I felt like I got some pretty dang good push on it. It was a nice stone too. So that put me, maybe third or fourth. That's fourth, I think, on stone. Way behind Kyle Lilly, for sure. And then into the open stone. You'll see here I do this kind of the step away stone throw now. I've not been able to really push off my right leg out of the bag doing a glide like I have done for years and years. And I found this to be a pretty suitable alternative. I'm pushing up on numbers. Some numbers as good as I've ever hit with the glide, really. Able to average over, I think I hit 45 feet on the regular basis with this technique. So pretty happy with that. I think I was at 45, 46 on the day for the open stone, which is a decent throw. I'll take that. Again, season opener, baby. You do what you can on the opening day. And here we go into the heavyweight. And this is where I went from being about mediocre on my throws to just dog shit. This first throw is going to be like 34.6, and I think it might be my best throw. Or maybe I got a 36 footer on the last throw, but none of them are good, man. You're going to look at the technique on this and be like, it's good job, amateur B class. Just jumped all the way across the damn trig on that one and then didn't go any further to the left to get any more opened up or gain any speed through the rest of the throw. So good job me, I guess. And then second throw, fouled this son of a bitch, and I just ran out of space. Again, I jumped halfway, got across the damn trig. Of course I ran out of space. I don't think the weight went any further. I don't know. There wasn't a lot to work with as far as like, I could tweak this, tweak that. I needed to fix my cast, and you can't do anything if you land in a bad position out of the cast, I think. I mean, it's hard to save it, but yeah, jumped all the way across trig on that one. And of course, didn't have any room to work with, and fouled out as a result of that. Kind of a little redemption on the final throw, but it still wasn't, it didn't seem very professional of me, I'll put it that way. And this is about the part that I got frustrated. Like I said, didn't really record much. I didn't record any of my lightweight for distance. Ended up with a 69-foot 10 throw on lightweight for distance, but didn't really record anything. I did kind of smooth out, identified that I needed to be a little bit more patient on my cast so that I could set myself up for a better throw. So I guess I did take that away from the heavyweight into the lightweight. But then I didn't film any of the lightweight. It was stinking hot, and I don't know, my brain melts a little bit sometimes. After lunch, we rolled into the sheaf. I'll leave this in here. Alicia Donner throwing the sheaf. She's not real big, but she is real strong, guys. Give her a break. Oh, sorry, Alicia. Overall, sheaf went about as I expected my sheaf to go. I to this point had not practiced sheaf at all since my season closer last year in McMinnville. So I didn't expect anything to be wild and crazy. Bag wasn't too bad. It was a little on the looser side. The ground was a little loose as well, so I changed shoes about halfway through sheaf. But I think I ended on the day at 27 feet, and then I missed 30 feet. I was able to get, touch on the bar at 30 feet, but no real or realistic chance at hitting 30 feet on the day. I was happy with how smooth it felt, though. I mean, the winds were fairly smooth. I wasn't herky-jerky with it. Aside from when I got to 30 feet and was pulling to the left, to the right, to the left again after that, not really a bad performance. I think, when I got up to 30, I just kind of got tightened up because I was trying to pull real hard on it so I could throw it over 30 feet. But overall, like I said, about as you would expect. So this was after lunch, and I was able to put down like 4, 5, 6 bottles of water and a beer. So I felt better than I did with the weights. But it was still hot. I was still trying to hide in the shade as much as I could. But yeah, that's it. 27 feet. Hooray! Ended the day 4th place, just right behind Matt Hand. Was a great competition between him and I on the day, and we were both really far behind Kyle Lilly and Nick Aston. So great competition, great games. If you get a chance to go to San Diego, Sean Smith, the SAAA, and their team puts on a hell of a game. So I can't thank them enough. Nothing but respect for those guys. Appreciate the invite. Like I said, really hope to come back next year. Love to have that opportunity to compete. Good time of year and some really good tacos. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.